Hey, what's happening, everyone? So we're starting a new project today. Something I've been looking forward to for quite a while. I'm gonna do a restoration on a 2001 Honda CR250. If you guys are familiar with the CR250s, you know it's considered by many the 2001 model to be the best model they have ever made. Honda stopped making these in 2008, so 2007 would have been the last year for the CR250. Honda got out of the two-stroke business. After 2001, they switched over the motor. They ended up going with a electronic power valve instead of the mechanical. This particular engine, I believe, was used from early 90s. Don't quote me on this, but 91 to 2001, I believe. It's a solid engine. The last CR250 I owned was a 97, which was the first year aluminum frame. It was really beefy, quite robust, and kind of rode like a tank. This one definitely seems to be a bit slimmer, and yeah, really looking forward to it. Picked it up a couple weeks ago from a guy and his son. His son rode the bike. Sounded like it was in their family. They were the second owners, which makes me third. And yeah, gonna do a complete teardown of this bike. The bottom end, I'm not quite sure yet. We'll see. We'll pull the top end off and check the connecting rod and the bearings, see how much play we got there. Yeah, but for sure she's gonna need some love. Gonna go through bit by bit and see what we got. So look forward to this. Take you guys along with me, and we'll see how it goes. And just taking note of a couple of things right off the bat that I'm gonna have to address here. The bars, I'm not a big fan of. These are gonna have to go. We have look like oversized bars, pro taper with an applied top triple clamp. Seems nice, heavy duty, looks billet aluminum. I'm actually gonna switch it back over to the OEM one, already acquired one through eBay. Yeah, I want to try to bring her back to stock as much as possible. Trying to get that kind of a team Honda look from this year. And looks like the front brake line kind of hokey pokey. We're gonna have to address that. I'll definitely rebuild the master cylinder and the caliper. I think the rotors are pretty much toast. The radiators are gonna have need a little work here, so I'm gonna have them sent out to ICW. They're gonna straighten them up for me, brace them. Radiator cap is stripped out. Seals, but something I wouldn't trust writing for any length of time. So we're definitely gonna get that replaced and fixed. Have her braced up, replace the hoses. I'll go with the silicone hose. OEM's really hard to find. We'll get rid of the Y fitting there. You know, it could be a weak point, so I'm gonna try to find a set of Y silicone hoses. The pipe is toast, expansion chamber busted up, smashed up. So this FMF gold fatty, already got a new one in the box, ready to rock on that. I'm gonna go through, rebuild the carburetor, pull the top end off, check the piston. The guy before me said he hadn't done any engine work on it. A mechanic friend of his pulled the top end off, apparently, looked at it, said everything looked good, but you know, I'm definitely gonna look at that, check the reads, rebuild the carb. Okay, now the back wheel is a whole different story. This is painted black, so I think what I'm gonna end up doing is just cutting out the spokes, having the hub vapor blasted. I don't want to mess up this wheel. If I can, it's a stock wheel. You know, maybe I can get something that can strip this without, you know, etching the metal underneath it or something. So I'll have to address that when I get there. You know, I'll go through, check all the wheel bearings and things like that. So he has a new spark arrestor, FMF turbine core 2. Looks pretty new. He said it was new. So when I test rode the bike, it's definitely running really rich. Took her through the gears, you know, gears shifted all good. Just really wouldn't open up, wouldn't start hitting that power band. So, and it was smoking a lot. So, you know, the rings could be bad. I think his mix is rich. The carburetor is probably out of adjustment. So there's quite a few things. I might have to pull this open and just check the packing, make sure it's not all spooched out. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna go ahead and give her a wash and then start stripping her down, and we'll see what we got here. So yeah, definitely gonna need a new air filter. This was, he was saying, is a pre-oiled no toil. Definitely toast. So yeah, let's get into her. Good. I don't think this goes here. Yeah. Okay, so these guys did something funky with this gas tank here. If you take a look on the bottom, there's 2 sets for a petcock, and they did some sort of funky bolt plug. I don't know what these guys were thinking here, but yeah, we're definitely going to have to address this. So we'll go ahead and get a replacement tank for that. Now, something I noticed when I pulled the subframe off, I was looking in the airbox. It's kind of hard to tell from this angle, but down in the bottom there, which is actually the top looking at it here, there was like clumps of dirt, you know, past the air filter. So when I got on there and started looking closer at it, it actually looked like sand. Now I knew the guys were writing it in the sand before, so hopefully it didn't get into the cylinder and wreak havoc in the engine. But you know, more than likely, my guess, some of it got in there. So we'll take a look at that and address it.
I don't like sand.
Kind of last bolt for engage. Maybe like a small grain. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah. She sucks sand in. That's lovely. Alright, well, I guess that's the risk you take buy and use, right? Alright, let's take off the expansion chamber here. And we'll get down to the nitty gritty here. This thing's all bent, man. This dude totally thrashed this thing. Ooh, got a nice big crack in it. Yeah. All kinds of spooge. Okay, so we're looking into the cylinder on the intake side. There is little grains of sand on the ports going in. It's kind of hard to tell on the camera, but there look like there are some dings on the cylinder wall. Let's take a look at this piston here. Ooh. You know what? That piston has a hairline crack. I could see it right there. Man, I'm surprised this thing looks like the crankshaft has a couple little rusty spots, so maybe this sucker really hasn't been run on in a while, but dang, yeah. Surprised this piston hasn't shattered. Well, we might have to get this replated. Okay, so I'm gonna drain the oil now. Put a little cheesecloth here on the filter, on the oil catch here. We'll act like a filter and let's see what's coming out of this oil here. Well, I guess it didn't quite work as good as I thought it was gonna. But I'm just trying to see if any kind of oil chunk or metal chunks are coming out. And the oil looks clean. Looks very clean. It's like little bits of gray streaking. Maybe little bits. Let's see if there's anything sparkly in here. Okay, so day 2, we're gonna go ahead and drain the coolant, pull the top end off, see what's going on there. Kickstarter's got a little bit of slop in her. Something was banging up on this cylinder head here, and I don't know what this is all about. So we're gonna find out. So let's go ahead and drain the coolant.
Thanks for watching the video. If you're interested in more, please like and subscribe. I'll be dropping more videos of the progression of this project as it goes along. Until then, ride on.